Hi everybody, and welcome to Third Friday, February 2021. My name's Dan Bush, and you are at 78th Street Studios, all you arts fans out there. We have a really terrific group of shoppers here tonight, several hundred people spread out over this enormous industrial complex of 4 floors over 2 city blocks, and probably about 35 artists represented tonight, about 25 of our resident businesses, and then maybe 10 guest artists through our partners North Coast Promotions on our first floor, Smart Space right behind me, and also downstairs on the ramp level. We've got some terrific entertainment tonight. We've got mountains and mountains of snow plowed to the edges of our parking lot. Compliments of our snow guy, our plow guy, Alex, who's kind enough to join us here tonight. And we're glad to have you live streaming us. There's not enough room for everyone right now. We are still observing government mandates of mask wearing, social distancing, spinning around in a 6-foot radius, and obviously our sanitizer stations are stocked at all key points of the building. But we hope that you'll be joining us live sometime in the future. In the meantime, I'd like to invite you to join me heading out our front door to KINK Contemporary over at the snowy outdoor garden, which is their front door, right off our north parking lot. KINK has a terrific new show tonight known as In Conversation, Voices of the Queer Community. Let's head on into KINK for a moment.
Hey, I'm Micah Stassen. I'm part of In Conversation, Voices of the Queer Community. I'm one of the 5 artists being shown tonight. This is one of my pieces right here. Most of my work deals with my identity as a queer person. I kind of explore the changing of going from identifying as a straight person to identifying as a queer person. I talk about just kind of the challenges and struggles I experienced through that journey. So this painting in specific is kind of talking about this kind of pent-up energy that I had before I came out. And I kind of used some expressive but very contained brush strokes and very contained shapes within the canvas to kind of represent that idea of this bubbling up of the desire to come out. Thanks for tuning in to the live Facebook event, and if you want to come see the show in person, just contact KINK and set up an appointment.
Thanks, Micah. Also accessed from outside the building over on West 78th Street is one of our newest art spaces, Current Art Space, which features micro studios and open creative spaces that feature young adult artists entering the Cleveland creative scene. Current is also going to have a public programming schedule and exhibitions year-round. So please stay tuned. We're really excited to welcome Current to our roster here at 78th Street. So now, let's head on downstairs to our ramp level. We're going to go past several of our open businesses tonight. Art Neo, the Regional Art Museum of Northeast Ohio, is hosting the closing exhibition of Christine Bowersberger and Evan Brant, a great exhibit called Screenscapes. Past Art Neo, we've got the Byzantine open tonight, and also Goode Style, both of whom have a great inventory of eclectic housewares, decorative items, repurposed items, absolutely worth visiting in the near future. Hope you'll make it out there. We're also welcoming North Coast Promotions tonight. Several of the vendors from North Coast showing their wares down in the Ramp exhibition hall. And then at the far end of the wing, let's drop in and say hi to Valerie Mayan with Yellowcake Clothing Company. Valerie?
Hi, Hi, my name is Valerie Mayen. I'm the owner and founder of Yellowcake Shop Clothing Company. We are here at the 78th Street Studios building in the lower ramp level, right in between Goode Style and Fresh Eggs. We've been handmaking women's clothing and accessories and other small goods for over 11 years and counting, and we're excited to have you pop in and visit us. If you're not familiar with what we do make everything by hand here in our studio and in Cleveland proper. We have a small handful of women that work with us from their homes safely, and we are really committed to sustainable clothing and ethical and responsible handmade goods. A really unique part of our business that maybe a lot of people might not know about is that we offer free repairs on all of our products for the life of the product. Unlike fast fashion, we are part of a slow fashion movement, which means that we pay our laborers fairly. We make products that are built to last a lifetime. We try really hard to source sustainable materials and textiles when possible, and we repair your garments so that they don't have to go to landfill, so they can last you as long as possible. We also have a new program called our YC Second Shop, where clients can bring back used or pre-loved Yellowcake garments, and you can get a credit for those towards new products, and then we can resell those products to the general public who may not be able to afford our current new retail price points. So that way it's keeping fashion circular and everyone's happy. We are typically open on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the winter from 1 to 8 p.m. We do highly encourage appointments if when possible. It just allows us to maintain better safety precautions with minimal clients in the space at a time. And we'll be here on the weekends, usually for Third Friday and other small events from time to time. So be sure to check us out on Instagram at Yellowcake Shop, all one word, just like the dessert. Or you can find us on our website at yellowcakeshop.com.
Thank you, Valerie. And I completely neglected to mention that we've got Carrie King joining us back this month, entertaining us down on the ramp level with her accordion and beautiful sounds of European street scenes. So thank you for being here, Carrie. Let's head back upstairs now to the first floor where we are at the moment and stop in to visit with Eileen Dorsey at her painting studio.
Hi everyone, it's Eileen Dorsey. Welcome to my studio. Let me take this off. So a big advantage of Third Friday Art Walks is that you have an opportunity to see a whole bunch of different studios, and you can take your jacket off once and just throw it away. So that's what I'm doing. But I might want to keep my hat on. I just got this new hat. If you check it out, it has my logo on it, and it's for sale on my online store. So make sure you check out EileenDorseyStudio.com for that. But it is a little warm in here. So I am a fine artist and muralist. I'm award-winning. I've been commissioned to paintings for Southwest General Hospital. I'm in the collections of the museums in the area, and I am painter here at 78th Street for the last 11 years now. So it's been quite a while. So let's take a look at some of my work. Most of my oil paintings are actually created with a palette knife, which is this little tool right here. It's actually a mixing tool for your palette. So the idea is you mix the paint with this tool, and then you don't get the brushes all gunked up. So I just use this and adhere the paint right to the surface. So here's an example of one of my newer paintings, and if you get a good look up close, so kind of here, you can see how there's all these textures and all of that. And all these little details are made with just this knife. So I'm using all sides and surfaces of this piece. So like I said, I am a fine artist and muralist, and I work a variety of styles, although I was just showing you the one I'm known for most. So I've actually painted a mural on the studio wall right here as an example of what I can do. I actually helped complete the very first mural in Gordon Square. It's on the corner of West 63rd in Detroit. It's called More Heart Than Art, and it was sponsored by Gebhart and the city of Cleveland, so make sure you check that out. I also work in like portraits and all of that. It's been a while since I've created one, so don't judge. But yeah, so as you can see here, I'm working on some details with flowers and all of that face and stuff. So if you want to see examples of all the work that I do, portraits, landscapes, that I do a lot of abstract paintings, make sure you check out my online store, Eileen Dorsey Studio, or EileenDorsey.com is pretty much an archive of every painting I've ever made. So make sure you check that out. Also, I am very active on Facebook and Instagram at Eileen Dorsey Studio. So I really hope to see you later. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you at the studios. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Eileen. And I'd also like to thank Colin John from Hawaii, who's entertaining us way over yonder at the other end of this wing on his acoustic guitar. He's really terrific, thoroughly enjoying his music tonight. So next door to Eileen, we're also welcoming Laurel Herbold and Cowtown Chad. A little earlier tonight, Bruce Buchanan was here with some of his stained glass designs, since taken off, unfortunately. But now, let's walk down the hall to GalleryPlus, where Zach Kuhn is showing some of his new colorful infrared photography.
Hello, I'm Zachary Hoon, the owner-artist of GalleryPlus. Welcome to my gallery. This month, we're featuring brand new work of my own. Well, it's coming up on a year since we've been shut up due to the pandemic, and now we find ourselves in the middle of another gray Cleveland winter. Well, I don't know about you, but I can use some color, a lot of color. And that's what I've been working on. My main medium is infrared photography, and since infrared light is not visible to humans, there's no right or wrong way to represent it in color. It's invisible to us. So I've been taking the liberty of presenting my images in bright, bold colors. Stop in and check them out. If you can't make it to a Third Friday, contact me directly. I'd be happy to set up an appointment for a private viewing. Or we'll be open every Friday in March from 1 to 5, except the third Friday on March 19th, when we'll be open from 5 to 8 p.m. In addition to my work, we continue to show the works of Samantha Bias, Samuel Francasio, Missy Perlick, Sandy Spinks, and pieces from past guest artists. Well, that's it for now. I'm so glad you tuned in online. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to be the first to find out about other new things coming in 2021. And you can also shop online at GalleryPlus.com. Until next time, stay well.
Thank you, Zach. And working around the west end of the wing that we call Smart Space here at 78th Street, we've got a terrific array of galleries and studios and artists. Right next door to Zach is Sean Kinley's studio with his array of impressionistic Cleveland scenes, paintings. Next door to him is 11-2 Gallery with a really cool pop arty collection of virtual street art, along with really cool gift items. Around the corner is Dawn Teckler with her beautiful encaustic paintings, constantly churning out new work. And next door to Dawn is Megan Frankenfield. But coming back towards where I'm sitting, let's drop in on Studio 115 and check in with Ron Johnston, Betsy Morris, and Brant Gebhart, all painters.
Hi, I'm Ron Johnston. This is my studio. Welcome. Come on in, take a look around. I'm basically a plein air painter, and I spend a good deal of time up in Maine. This is a place in Maine called Pemaquid, which is known for its very dramatic rock formations. And it's a painting I did, I don't know, 5-6 years ago perhaps. And that's pretty much what I do. I share the studio with two other artists, Betsy Morris and Brant Gebhart, and they're work is intermingled with mine on the walls around here, so I hope you'll come in and take a look.
Hi, I'm here at 78th Street Studio, and you heard from Ron Johnston, Ron Johnston Studio. I share the space with Ron and Brant, who are both excellent plein air painters. I do a little bit of everything, but I would consider myself a colorist. And this is a piece that I did in Rockport, Maine, Rockport Harbor, where the three of us went and painted for the last several summers. I also am inspired by some of my European trips, and I love the hill towns. So I did a hill town study here, and some still lifes. In the winter, we set up the table with lots of beautiful vases and flowers, and it's a really nice thing to do in the winter in Cleveland. And, you know, of course, I just have a lot of fun with the palette, and I use water-based oils. So come in and get a break from the winter and enjoy 78th Street Studio.
Hi, I'm Brant, and Brant Gebhart, and I paint along with Betsy and Ron Johnston. So I'm here in the studio at 78th. And I do a number of things. I paint plein air with them in Maine, but I also paint locally plein air as well as Ron and Betsy. They also do local plein air. So one of the different departures, I like fantasy, and so I have been painting interiors of greenhouses. So the greenhouse here in Rockefeller, the COVID came along and my series of greenhouse paintings got chopped up. I was thinking about all different things and the aspects of how a virus interferes with our lives. So a virus interfered with my painting. So I made a more contemporary approach instead of a realistic approach, and it was just a fun fantasy piece. And I'm doing more fantasy pieces these days because I'm indoors, not out of doors, and not in public spaces. So thanks so much for tuning in virtually. This has been a fun experience for me, and we hope that you'll stop by and visit Ron Johnson, Betsy Moore's studio and peek at a few of my works as well as all the other folks around here.
Thanks, Betsy, Ron, and Brant, and thanks for sharing your beautiful oil paintings with us. So now, I'd like to invite you to join me heading back to our main stairwell. We're going to head up the stairs to the second floor, take a left down the orange hall, and drop in on the guys at RampArts Gallery.
What's the best way to start down here?
Hello, I'm Mark Yazinchuk from RampArts Gallery, and I'm showing you a few of the artists we're featuring in our exhibit for third Friday in February. The first one is Maya Matthews. She does ceramic portraits and heads, and they're incredibly intimate and delicate. They're just beautifully done. And you might have seen her work. We had her smaller heads before for our Ceramics Invitational in October, but now she's brought us 50 of those and several of the larger heads too. And over here is the other artist we're featuring in February. His name is Rick Schmidt. He's another artist from Ohio, and he works in paint and layers of resin. So this is great work to see in person and take advantage of RampArts Gallery appointments. You can go to our website and sign up for a private viewing of the gallery that's COVID safe. But you can kind of see from the side that some of these are over 1 inch thick, and he's layering paint with layers of resin, so you get this really beautiful depth. It's kind of like a microcosm. It's like looking under the microscope at cellular surfaces or cellular creatures. And it's also an ideal work for the spring because it's so vibrant and colorful and really happy work. So he puts a lot into his work, and it really shows in the finished piece. And the last artist we're featuring for February 3rd Friday is Dana Depew. He had a few pieces here last month in January, but he brought us quite a few new pieces. He's a recent recipient of the Ohio Art Council grant. And not only did he bring us paintings, but he brought us 3 lamps too that he crafted. And we'll see you Friday. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. That's some beautiful work by some great artists. So now let's continue down the hall a little farther east past Waldman Fine Arts and drop in on Hillary Gent at HEDGE Gallery. Hillary's then going to escort us a couple blocks west over into our west wing, other side of the building, to check out a satellite exhibit that they've just opened tonight in Gallery 215.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Third Fridays at 78th Street Studios. During 2001, we're back at it, and we're welcoming you all back, whether you're joining us in person tonight or if you're joining us virtually via the live stream. We are so grateful for all of your support. Thank you for continuing to visit us during business hours, and also so adamantly on our social media pages and our websites. That really, it means so much to us. We can't even begin to explain to you how much this support and generosity has meant over the last couple months. So thank you for that continued effort. We're so glad you're joining us. I am, again, in HEDGE Gallery. My name is Hillary Gent. I'm the gallery director here. And tonight we continue our exhibit of Justin Brennan's solo show, which is about 58 pieces of his most recent work, mainly paintings. That happened about 2019 to current 2021. Some of the work is really fresh off the easel. So we're going to take you around to see a couple of the pieces. If you're ever interested in viewing the entire exhibition though, and you can't visit us in person, please head over to our website, hedgeartgallery.com. There's a link that says View Justin Brennan's exhibition. You can click on that and it'll take you to every single piece in the show. One other thing I'd like to mention, if you can't come during normal business hours and you'd like to make a private appointment, I am setting these up with people and they've been wonderful. It's just me and either 1 or 2 other people that are coming out specifically to see the exhibit or meet the artist. So that's an opportunity too that I can set up for you if you're interested. So we hope you enjoyed the exhibition. It's on view until March 5th. You can go to our website, check out the work. You can also check out a YouTube video that's released that is a really nice personal talk with the artist and myself and a guest moderator from RampArts down the hall. Randy Maxson joined us. It's a great video overview of the exhibition and just a nice talk with the artist as well. So once again, thank you for the support. We're going to go congratulate Justin on this fantastic show, and thanks for joining us. It's Hillary Gent again from HEDGE Art Gallery. I wanted to bring you all down to the Suite 215 Gallery, which is right down the hall from HEDGE Art Gallery on the 2nd floor of 78th Street Studios. So if you're joining us in person tonight, you may be strolling around. Just keep on going down the second floor and you'll wind up in this beautiful gallery space where we as HEDGE Art Gallery are hosting a satellite exhibition of Cleveland artist Dale Goode's work, some recent work and some work that's never been seen before from about 20 years ago. So behind me is one of his larger canvases, multimedia on canvas, and Dale is really well known for these subject matters, these abstract expressionist movements and art making. He's heavily involved in his community. He's done a lot of mural work in the city, and is also really well known for his sculptural work, his more three-dimensional work. So I'm going to take you through, this is more of a two-dimensional show. We really wanted to highlight his painting and his printmaking abilities and talents. So this exhibition focuses on that. So I'll take you through. So besides being an abstract artist, Dale Goode often focuses on the human figure as well. Again, it's more of an abstract representation, but he does use live models to outline body shapes and contours. And this is where some of his sculptural elements come into play. A lot of the works that are done and part of this exhibit on loose canvas have a lot of layering going on. So we're looking at inks, different types of paints such as acrylic and latex, even layers of pastel that he comes into and then takes away and then applies pieces of other canvas and found objects onto the surface as well. So I encourage you to get up close and personal with some of Dale's work because there's a lot of grit, there's a lot of layering and texture going on. Some other examples of Dale's work behind me right here, works on panel and again on loose canvas. A lot of found material incorporated into this work, but you'll notice, especially in the titles of the work, a lot of it relates back to personal life issues and Dale's community. He's very enriched in the Cleveland urban community, and a lot of the work that he creates is about that. So I encourage you as you go around, make sure you read the titles. They're very clever and they're very intuitive to what he's speaking about in this specific work. This work is going to be on view on the HEDGE Art Gallery website. So if you're unable to join us in person, we completely understand. Every piece in the Suite 215 gallery exhibition will be on the hedgeartgallery.com website under our guest artists. So you can check out the work there, or you can come during normal business hours. This studio space, this gallery space is going to be open Wednesday through Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday 11 to 6, Friday 11 to 5, Saturday noon to 4, same as the HEDGE Gallery business hours. So if you're making a trip over and you want to come and see what's going on in the building, I highly recommend come over and see Justin Brennan's show in our gallery, and then pop down to Suite 215 Gallery to check out the work of Dale Goode. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Hillary, for the tour of the second floor and for sharing Justin and Dale's work with us. Two artists of the many here at 78th Street who are really, really worth seeing. You can definitely find contact information for any of the businesses, artists, or galleries here through the 78th Street Studios website, 78th TH, Street spelled out, studios plural.com. Click on the names of any of the artists or galleries here, and that link should take you directly to their contact information or their website. By all means, these works might look good on video, but they're even better in person, as I'm sure you know. So while we're on the second floor, let's pop right around the corner and drop in for a quick visit with the Poetry Psychic Project.
Hello, my name is Dennis Michael Griesmer, and I am the creator of the Poetry Psychic Project, which you'll find here in Studio 224 at 78th Street Studios. The Poetry Psychic Project is a piece of theater, an interactive performance, where you and I explore the question, can you find your fortune in a random poem? During the third Friday Art Walk, I'll be doing a performance, free, live, online, through Zoom, for about a dozen people. We'll find 3 volunteers among those people to receive a reading, and the rest of the audience will watch and see what unfolds. for those of you watching the live stream, I'm going to do a brief demonstration for you now of the core part of the Poetry Psychic Project. In this large box to my left is 70 red envelopes, each with a different poem that I have found and memorized and rehearsed. And in this smaller box is 70 brass tags, each inscribed with a different number that correspond to one of these envelopes. If you and I were together, you would reach into this box and pull out a single brass tag, and that would be your poem, your fortune. When we do the performance online, I reach into the box and let my fingers run lightly over the coins, and I wait until you say, Dennis, take out that one. And whichever poem my fingers were touching, I would take out, and that would be yours. 10. I would find the envelope, which happens to be sitting on top here, and the next day I would mail it to you. That night I would email it to you, but in the moment I would perform it for you. Number 10 is a poem by Dan Rourke, When Trying to Walk on Water. When trying to walk on water, forget the boat completely, even before stepping out of it. To remember its proximity, its wooden security, its dry substance, will only sink you faster. Memory is heavy. Take a big first step to put some distance between you and that previous boat, and to inform the water not to take you lightly. Don't imagine rocks to walk on, or miracles to support you, or faith to keep you above water. Just walk. Where you are, wind isn't. Water is simple, and its makeup, its color, its shape, treat it simply. All of this is simple and best accomplished without complicating things. Get out of the boat. Get out of the boat and walk. Get out of the boat and just walk. And then I would ask you which words or phrases you most easily remember from your poem. And then we would play a game of make-believe. You and I together would make up a reason that you remembered those words, that you heard this poem at this moment in your life. And perhaps we would discover some hidden but maybe obvious insight that you could use in your day-to-day life. And maybe that's what the word psychic means. It means finding the unexpected and hidden connections in our minds, in our life, in the world around us. At least, that's what I'm exploring in the Poetry Psychic Project. Well, thank you for supporting Third Friday by watching this live stream. We're sorry that you can't be here with us, but we're thinking of you and wishing you were here. Be safe and be well.
Thank you, Dennis. So right next door to Dennis's sexy Victorian living room, which we just visited, is another terrific performance space at 78th Street, Blank Canvas Theater, which obviously has unfortunately been dark since last March. But Blank Canvas has done an amazing job of adapting to the pandemic. Late last year, they came up with a really cool product, which basically is the only, to my knowledge, the only live performance venue in town. They have actually taken over a portion of our windows in our first floor venue, just to my right, in Smart Space. They built platforms up, and in about 45 running feet of glass, they're placing 9 actors and staging cabaret productions for 50 lucky cars and their inhabitants pulling into the parking lot. Basically, drive-in cabaret theater. It's really terrific. It's live streamed via an FM converter to your car. And I'd like to make you aware that Blank Canvas has a performance coming up next Friday and Saturday night, February 26th and 27th. The title is Make Them Hear You. It's a celebration of Black artistry in musical theater in honor of Black History Month. We hope you'll join Blank Canvas for these performances. The tickets are obviously very limited. I wish we had a bigger parking lot. I've seen their last 3 performances in this format, and they've just been amazing. The shows are only an hour, but there's a lot of heart that goes into the production. Definitely worth seeing. You can get further details on Blank Canvas's website, blankcanvastheater.com. By all means, check it out. It is absolutely worth seeing, but get your tickets early. So folks, I'm so happy you were able to join us tonight. We really are happy to be able to do this, to host this event, this shopping opportunity, and to host it safely. We've got a really nice turnout here tonight. We hope that as more and more shots go into the arms, that we can continue to grow and continue to embrace more of our fans and our guests and art lovers of Greater Cleveland into our venue. But in the meantime, we do appreciate you joining us here via Facebook Live. And I'd like to thank all the galleries and participants who were with us tonight for Third Friday. And I'd also like to mention, very importantly, that we've been recording this stream at a higher quality, and we'll have it uploaded to our YouTube channel within the next week or two, where you can easily navigate between the various clips and kind of focus on any businesses that you'd like to see again. So be sure to check that out, and by all means, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So folks, until next time, we're hoping the weather continues to get better. We're hoping that we can program more and more outdoor events and hopefully host and welcome more and more art lovers to our place. And we do appreciate you. Can't wait to see you in person in the future. And have a terrific remainder of February and a great spring. We'll see you in March, I hope. Take care and good night.